Hello, it's BrickBros UK and with our alternative build for the LEGO Star Wars General Grievous Combat Speeder 75199, which is a set that doesn't have a huge amount of parts, but we didn't let this stop us. And after some time creating, we eventually turned the Combat Speeder into the alternative build we're calling the Scout Armoured Assault Tank, which is a smaller version of the Separatist Droid Army vehicle you see in the Clone Wars. So if you want to make this build, you can follow our step-by-step build tutorial at the end to make it, but first let's review this new tank. Now the Scout AAT uses up all of the Combat Speeder parts, which is good news because you won't have any spare pieces lying around, and like the original build it has a really nice grey and dark blue colour scheme similar to the blue tank LEGO made in the past. You can also see that we managed to give it a solid droid tank-like design with a sloping circular armoured front, which makes up the tank's main body, and this body section has nice sticker details with a green laser in the middle. Moving around the tank, there's a second tier to the base with more curved armour, and on each side we've clipped on a spear to represent the tank's blaster cannons for infantry engagements, which are a simple but effective weapon creation. Next up, if we take a look at the centre of the build, you can't miss the tank's fixed main gun turret that's been constructed from a lot of the speeder's round engine parts. And as you can see, the barrel starts thin at the tip, then it gradually gets fatter as you move along it to the turret end, which is the area where a minifigure seat would normally be built into these droid tanks, but due to the limited pieces and lack of a droid minifigure in the set, we thought it wasn't needed, so we just sealed it up. We've also put the two spring-loaded missile units to good use by attaching them to the sides of the turret to represent the gun's fire in play. And both of these units have a dark blue angled plate for design, as well as an antenna that allows the droid control ship to take control of the tank from space, which means the tank doesn't need a droid driver. So both missile units nicely blend into the tank's design, but they're not just for show, and the best thing about each one is they can be easily launched from the turret at Mace Windu to defend General Grievous in a fun Clone Wars battle. Following on from the gun turret, if we swivel round to the back, here we put a lot of random grey parts together to cover the tank's construction with a mechanical design, which actually turned out quite well, and you can slightly move this back plate a little, but it's not a real play feature. Then last up, if we flip it over, underneath we clipped on all the speeder's clear slider plates so the tank can simulate its hovering movement in play and slide across any flat surface easily. So that's our Scout AAT alternative build for the droid army, which was really fun to make from the Combat Speeder because it gives anyone who's missed out on some of the past droid tank sets the chance to create a smaller, more affordable version for an army or scene. Now we admit it doesn't have the exact right design with the missing minifigure seat turret area, but with the parts we had to play with, it still has a good likeness to the real tank, with its curved armoured base, middle gun and colour scheme, plus with its sliding ability and double spring-loaded missiles it should be awesome to use in play to back up General Grievous and drive around on its own to outnumber Mace Windu in a battle. So overall we think it was well worth converting the Combat Speeder into this new tank, and if you like the look of this creation you should watch on to see our step-by-step build tutorial, and if you're ready to go, let's start the build. And that's the finished build, so now you can enjoy our Scout AAT, or maybe you've taken inspiration from the build to make something more awesome. Hope you enjoyed a Brick Bros UK alternative build, and don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to Brick Bros UK.